Hello everybody, Susan here, Pumpkin Hill Stampers. I have our Fun Fold project for August. This is the simple front cut and flip fun fold, and if you've stamped with me in person or if you've watched my videos before, I've done this before, but never from start to finish with all the cutting and scoring. So with this Fun Fold class, that's what I do. We go from the very start, cutting all our cardstock and papers, and then creating the card. So if you've done the kits in the mail, you've got your template already, so you see how it's put together, right? Everything's marked for you. You have your printed out template, and you're watching the video, so you found the link in your email, plus you can save the tutorial as a PDF on your computer. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. This Fun Fold can actually be positioned in either direction, so it could go like this and open up and down, or it could be side to side. So depending on your project, depending on the papers you use, depending on your purpose, you can do it either orientation. I'm actually going to make it both ways for you today. So, because this one's really simple, it won't take that long to do. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to use Masterfully Made as my DSP. Put that aside for a second. First I'm going to cut my card base. So this one is just, you're going to cut it in half at 4 1/4. So you'll 4 1/4 by 11. Okay, then I would tell you to score it at 5 1/2 next, or you could have scored it first and then cut it in half, but we'll score it at 5 1/2 next, because if you weren't making two, you probably only have one side of this. I'm going to put this one back in and score it at 5 1/2. Okay, and now you're going to cut off 3 inches. So cut off 3 inches. This 3 inches becomes the flipped part on the front of the card. Okay, so that's our two bases. Our bases are ready. I'm going to want a liner in my card, so I've just got some basic white. So my liner is 5 1/4 by 4. So I'm just going to cut this at 5 1/4. And then at 4 2 times, so I get 2 liners. Okay, so now we're going to do our DSP. Alright, so our DSP is 4 by 2 3/4 and 4 by 2 1/4. So 4, right? So first one is, let's see, we'll go up and down first. So if I want to go up and down this way, and this is my print, right? This is going to be the front. Now I want some of this lighter Lost Lagoon color in mine. So I'm going to put mine in, here's my cut line. I'm going to put mine in, oh, maybe about there. I have about 1 inch of that Lost Lagoon. So I'm just going to cut straight across at 4. Okay. Now I'm going to come back and cut it at 4 here. So I'm going to have a little bit of a strip here left over, but I can use that on something else. Alright, so now I've got 4 and I need 2 3/4. So I want this side to be my picture. So I'm going to go 2 3/4. I know I'm upside down, but that's because I want this side of the paper. Okay, so that's going to be my 2 3/4. That's going to go there. And then I've got 4, and I need 2 1/4. So I'm just going to go 2 1/4, and I'm going to reuse the reverse side. So one of mine is going to look like this. Okay? Now if I do it the other orientation, I want it to go like this, and I have this paper, right? I want more of this section. So I need 4 inches wide here. So I'm going to go like this, because I know I'm at 6 inches, so I've got plenty. So I want the top, I want some of that Lost Lagoon still, but maybe not as much. So I'm going to put this in, so I just have a little bit of that Lost Lagoon around the top edge. Okay. And then this needs to be 4 inches long. Alright, because it's going to go with this orientation, so I need 4 inches long. I need 2 3/4 for the inside section. So I'll trim this down. 2 3/4. Okay, so that's going to go like that. And now I need 2 1/4 by 4. I don't think this is going to be 2 1/4. Nope. Is this one 2 1/4? Nope. Okay, so I'm going to use this piece. Okay, so 4 by 2 1/4. So I'll cut my 4. And then turn it at 2 1/4. Okay, so this will be my second pairing of the papers. Okay, or you could even turn it over and do that way. So whatever you want to do. That's all the cutting and scoring. So now we're just going to put them together. Okay, so here's my first one. So you're just going to layer up your papers, right? Get my glue. I put my adhesive on the back, if my glue is going to work. Always got to take that little dry bit off the end. I'm bad about closing my glue when I'm done and I come back in the room and it's caps off. I know it's not just me, but it's a bad habit, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to mount this focal piece on the front. I'm going to fold and crease my base at the score line. Okay, now I'm going to mount this piece on the front, and I'm going to use the reverse side print, so a little contrast. This is why our coordinating colors are so great. And look, I have too much adhesive. See, even I do silly stuff like that, guys. Okay, so then we're going to put this on the inside. Just sets inside the edge. I'll give it even spacing. Okay, now to adhere this piece on the front, okay, you know adhesive only going to go back here. So you can either put it on with dimensionals, that works, or just put a little bit of adhesive across the top section, but not too far because you don't want it to get on this part, and then flip it over and position it where you want it to be and press. Okay, so there's that one. So now let's do it again. Right, again we're just going to add our layers. I'll try not to use too much adhesive this time. So this one's going in this direction this time. Again, I'm going to fold and crease my base. So this one I have to decide, do I want it like this, or do I want it like that? I think I kind of, well, that's kind of more mellow. No, I'm going to go with bold. I'm going to put this one on the front again. Okay, so I know you guys like our DSP because you go to make your project and then you say, oh, I'm going to use the other side. I do the same thing. Alright, so there's that. Then here's the inside liner. Now if your card's light enough, you don't have to line it. If it's a darker color, go ahead and line it. And like on your templates, they're lined with the DSP, so if your DSP is light enough, or you have a coordinating DSP, line it with DSP. How pretty is that? Okay, so here's this. Now this time it's going this way, right? Now if you're more comfortable, you can pull this to the side, right? Add the adhesive here, and then put this over the top. So whichever way you're more comfortable putting on that adhesive for that flap behind. Okay, you can do it either way. Alright, so there we go. We have one each direction. Easy peasy, no problem. Okay, so I'm just going to finish these off. I've got 2 die cuts from the, I'm not going to say it right, from the Scale Up Contours die. That's what it is, Scale Up Contours die. I just did some white. I've got the little hello stamp from my Irresistible Blooms, and I'm going to use Berry Burst. because it coordinates with those flowers, and it'll just give it a little bit of pop. So I'm just going to ink up my hello. Stamp that on my little die cut tag. And then I will use dimensionals. I just got my edge here, that'll work. Put a little dimensional on the back side. And I'm going to put this one on here. Yeah, I guess I'll go there. Don't really want to cover up the flowers, but it kind of goes there best. And then another one on the other one. This one I can do up higher and not cover up those flowers. Alright, I can put it up here. So there we go. So what do you guys think? Alright, nice, simple, fun fold. Take your time, figure out how you want to lay out that DSP pattern that you choose to craft with, and then make your card. You can make a whole bunch of these ahead of time and then just add your sentiments when you need them. That's always a good idea. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you continue to follow my Fun Fold classes, and I'll see you again for the next Fun Fold. Have a great day. Happy stamping. Bye.